Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery here. It's a beautiful Monday morning, March 14th, 2022 at 8 a.m. Central, if I can spit it out. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at this time to talk about strategy, success stories, tips, techniques, and really we're here to support each of you. Appreciate you joining the call this morning, whether you're on it live or listening to the recording. I will start out with the housekeeping issue. So over the weekend, any of you that have submitted one or more clients in for the step one, the small business certification, you should have received an email from us that has the recommended phone script. So let's just cover that real quickly before we get into today's topic. So with the two-step process, you're provided a landing page. It starts with a lead capture page that just collects the individual's name, email, and phone. Once they fill that out, it'll take them to the second page, the enrollment page. It will also generate an email to notify you that you have a lead. You have one of two choices, I think. Either you can actively follow up with your leads or not. If not, there's still the automated system, the follow-up, a combination of text and emails that Scott Stroud, our Chief Marketing Officer, has built into the automation. So that will happen regardless. But none of us are too naive to think that as many people will sign up if we do nothing versus if we do something. And so the something that's recommended is giving them a call, following that very simple and succinct phone script that I sent to each of you over the weekend. So if you didn't receive that, let me know, and we can even discuss it tomorrow, but it's a very basic phone script. A couple of you helped develop it, but the primary developer is one of our longtime distribution partners, Anthony Leone. Anthony Leone worked with literally with the Wolf of Wall Street back in the pink sheet days. And so Anthony is a very, very effective closer. And so that scripting that we provided you is short, it's simple, very effective. And so we encourage you to use it or some variation of that. But that is not the topic today. The topic today is, as we see on the screen, the Small Business Certification Affiliate Opportunity Analysis. So why are we talking about this? Well, a couple of you, including Joseph, one of our top distribution partners, he's a realtor up in Arkansas, said that we needed to have a succinct, objective, kind of a fact sheet. So as he is out talking to other realtors, as each of you are out talking to insurance agents or whomever about becoming a sub-affiliate of yours, a succinct and factual, non-sales oriented document to tell them the story. And so, Joseph, thank you for your help. And let's just go through it briefly here. And I sent this out to everyone yesterday as we reminded you for today's training. So what is the topic? The topic is the Small Business Certification Affiliate Opportunity Analysis. So the first thing that we need the prospect to know, and again, what kind of prospect are we talking about? We're talking about a prospective sub-affiliate of yours, where they would be in your hierarchy. We're not MLM, we're not network marketing, but we pay override commissions. Most of us know that having a team makes sense because you'll earn more. And some people, frankly, have more relationships than others, and so they might be able to bring a lot of volume. But the first thing that we need to be able to convey to that insurance agent, to that realtor, to that pastor, or whomever it may be, is, well, okay, let's start with what this small business certification is all about. So this is a succinct description, not a thorough description, but a succinct description. So let's go through it. The Small Business Certification is a grant subsidized resource that assists startups and early stage entrepreneurs access capital. It is structured as a 4-week class that provides personalized assistance to participants in increasing financial literacy and creating the correct documentation, we call it a loan package, to support a successful capital raise. So that in one paragraph is specifically what the small business certification is and does. There's other perks, there's other reasons that individuals would want to participate, but just as it ties directly to the closing script that we sent out to those of you that have submitted one or more leads so far, it's based upon helping them understand, hey, if you want money to start or grow a business, you must have the correct documentation to get funding. And a lot of people don't know that. So it's not so easy to say if you're hungry, you need food, or if you're thirsty, you need something to drink. If you want capital to start or grow a business, you need a loan package, a lender compliant loan package. It's the right documentation to make you look credible. All right, moving on. In addition to the loan package, small business certification participants receive at least $10,000 in business credit under their EIN with no use of social security number, and also are provided a portfolio of income producing assets to improve the credibility of their financial statements. So there's a couple benefits, the tangible benefits that they're receiving. So they know that they'll receive at least $10,000 of business credit that they can use for their business. And so that will happen during that same 30-day, 28-day period. They don't have to use their social security number for that. And that's great for people that have bad credit. And then also what we started doing, as we announced recently, is we have the full collateral support program. A lot of excitement about that, but we are going to include kind of a light version of that now with every client that enrolls in the small business certification. So they're not going to get a full $100,000 portfolio, of course, but we're giving them a free sample. So that is referenced here. Third paragraph. The small business certification is the first step of the two-step funding program. Participants may elect to progress to the second step, which is funding, whereby they are guaranteed a minimum of $100,000 to start or grow a business. So again, I realize a lot of you understand that we have evolved to this two-step funding program. Step one is to get them enrolled in small business certification to get them credible. And then step two is funding. We're assuming whoever is reading this page doesn't have any other frame of reference. So we just need to concisely tell them what this is. Next paragraph. The model incorporates award-winning curriculum developed by the FDIC and promoted by the United States Small Business Administration. And then we talk about the qualifications of those that are going to be actually mentoring the clients, which is very strong. Rather than costing participants, they're actually paid to participate by receiving a $2,104 grant allocation. And so that's what Scott built in on your lead capture page. That is the main carrot that is getting them to start the process, is for them to apply for that grant. And it's real, and they'll receive that. And $10,000 in business credit, as I mentioned before, to use in their business. And then if they progress to step two, of course, funding, which is the full access to capital program, then they get the full $100,000. All right, so again, what's the purpose of this? This is the fact sheet that you can provide when you're talking to prospective affiliates, so they can understand succinctly and objectively, not in a sales-like fashion, who we are and what we do. And I think you're going to find a lot of people are interested in earning extra income. But let's keep going through it and you can tell me what you think. All right, so then we clarify that there are two arms of the small business certification. The first is the actual program that's available to individuals and small business owners, which is what we've talked about. But also we do have an affiliate sales arm, which is an opportunity for to generate income. And so, of course, as an affiliate, you have the opportunity to be your own boss, control your own destiny with a source of income. All right, so then we get into the next topic. It's how much does it cost to be an affiliate? There's no cost. And so that's why it says there's no cost. But we do want our affiliates to go through the program so they understand it. What we've learned is that misunderstandings can equate to dissatisfied clients. So the best thing that we can do, we meaning all of us, to do to make sure that we have satisfied clients is to make sure that our distribution partners know what the heck they're talking about. And that means going through it. So You'll need to enroll as a client to get your link and back office tracking. This is a purposeful requirement so all affiliates can progress through the curriculum, resulting in better knowledge. And we call that experiential learning. You learn it by doing it. You'll retain more if you do something than if you just talk about it, and creates a personal testimony. Once you enroll yourself in the small business certification, you'll immediately have access to your affiliate link to start earning income. And so we have two sides of the coin. Up here, they refer to it as the two arms, but I like two sides of the coin. So on one side of the coin is the curriculum and the preparation to help the business get credible for funding, and you flip the coin over, and then there is the affiliate program. Now, if someone just wants to be a participant and they don't want to flip the coin over, that's fine. The other side of the coin's there, whether you want to look at it or not. And the opposite is true. Someone just wants to become an affiliate. The other side of the coin is, in fact, the participation. So it's two sides of one coin. Once you enroll in the small business certification, as I mentioned, you'll have access to the link and landing page. So you'll get, the system will send out to you an onboarding email, or to the whomever is signed up. And then within it, there'll be a hyperlink to go ahead and get their affiliate landing page created. And there's no cost for that. So literally, someone can have their landing page within 5 minutes of enrolling and be ready to start earning income within 10 minutes, right? No long lead time. Of course, there are no required production volume and no ongoing cost. So affiliate programs are different than traditional business opportunities. Business opportunities, often there's a buy-in, and maybe there's required volume and required purchases and e-service fees and all that. None of that is the case with our affiliate program. All right, next page. How can you earn money? So again, this is meant to be objective, not sales oriented. It's great for when you're talking to pastors, to many of you are involved with like merchant cash advances and other types of funding models. So we need to be able to convey succinctly and factually how this works. And that's what this document is designed to do. It's suitable to share with others as well as to familiarize yourself. All right, so the affiliate compensation model includes $100 for each client that's enrolled from your landing page, as well as overrides from the production of sub-affiliates 2 levels deep, $50 for the first level, $25 for the second sub-level. Since all clients receive an affiliate link landing page at no charge, growing a team of sub-affiliates happens easily and organically. Let's pick on Alex for a second. Alex has submitted over 50 different leads into his lead capture page, his landing page so far. So of that, we'll have to see actually how many convert, and Alex will have to decide, is he going to be proactive and use the script that we provided to follow up? And if he does that, most of them will close. Or Alex could do nothing and just let the automation, the promptings, the text, the emails take it from there. Some people will enroll, but obviously fewer will enroll in a hands-off approach than a proactive approach. But my point specifically is Alex here, probably by the end of this week, will have a couple dozen new sub-affiliates, because it happens automatically, happens organically because it's the two sides of the coin. Every client is an affiliate. Now, they may want to work the business, they may not want to, but they're in that position. What you and I know is there's a lot of people that have cash flow problems. Well, that makes a lot of sense then, if they have a cash flow problem, to do something to relieve themselves of that, and we can help them earn better than $100 an hour on the front end and a lot more in the back end, which we're going to get to in just a second. All right, so we said, since all clients receive an affiliate link landing page at no charge, growing a team of sub-affiliates happens easily and organically. Now, I think that underrepresents the fact that you certainly could go out with a targeted focus of trying to build a team, and that's where this document would come in very handy. There are some people that either already have small business relationships, So they would be great to have as a sub-affiliate of yours. And there's just some people that just need to earn extra income and maybe what they're doing isn't working. So certainly someone might join specifically for the income opportunity, while the core product program is actually designed for the capital raise. Now, there are other important considerations of the comp plan. So above the $100 and overrides of 50 and 25, which makes it a lot bigger ticket. We all talked about Spencer Seymour. Spencer Seymour brought in Ben Weaver. Ben Weaver came in. Ben received $120,000 through our program from one of our lending partners. Well, Spencer Seymour's performance fee is 10%. So Ben has already paid Spencer $12,000 off of his capital raise. So this is just the front end income, which essentially covers your time for the effort. Everything on the back end almost becomes passive income. But let's dig into those others. So this is important because business-to-business professionals are a perfect fit for this free affiliate program, as access to capital is a great door opener. For example, life insurance agents can create new client relationships with the small business certification and then leverage that new relationship to conduct a financial needs analysis, resulting in the sale of key person policies, buy-sell policies, annuities, and so forth. So we are not saying that we're only targeting insurance agents, but I am letting you know that insurance agents are a great fit. So like Brian is on the call today. He is involved with merchant cash advances and some other lending instruments. This is great for him. It's something that he can push people into that have not been approved otherwise, his unsold prospects. So in general, it's just the concept of business-to-business professionals are a great fit. I've told you before, website developers love this because they're out trying to grow their business. Some of their clients don't have the funding that they need to be able to get the deluxe website package, and they're often always looking for additional revenue streams. Second bullet. This model is excellent for developing partnerships with key influencers. So we talk about churches or faith-based organizations. There's a lot in the press right now about how churches are facing some difficult issues because of the pandemic and attendance being down. They obviously care and love their congregation and providing knowledge and resources. Dave Ramsey, through Financial Peace University, has become a millionaire multi-times over by teaching personal financial literacy. Well, what is it that you and I do? We teach business financial literacy, and that's applicable because a lot of people own small businesses or would like to start a small business if they had the resources and capital to do so. Chambers of Commerce is another outlet. Tax preparers, bookkeepers, accountants, and so forth. So really tying back to the whole business-to-business professionals, what we're trying to clarify here is that any of you that may not have much lead flow coming through, then it makes sense to add sub-affiliates that already have the relationships. They don't have to go post an ad on Craigslist to come up with a lead. Not that there's anything wrong with that. They already have a book of business, right? A book of business. All right, third bullet. At no charge, affiliates can get more involved as a white label partner. So our affiliate program is that we're talking about specifically oriented towards step one, getting credible. And we've talked about the revenue share for step one. Now we're leading into the fact that there also can be a revenue share on the back end, just like Spencer got of Ben Weaver's capital raise, and that is through the funding portion, step two. Fourth and final bullet. Some affiliates also elect to become a debt buyer, and several of you have done this. Bruce just became a debt buyer, Bernard, several of you on Thursday and Friday moved into the debt buyer space. And that's based off of that collateral support program that we've talked about before. We don't go real deep into this because, again, this is just the one-page fact sheet. But the collateral support program is insanely good, right? It adds true income-producing assets to the client's balance sheet and profit and loss, whereby they look more credible on paper. And so here we're just giving a quick teaser introduction, but as you know, the collateral support program, you buy the debt for 10 cents on the dollar. Typically you'll sell it for 15 cents or 20 cents on the dollar, and that would allow you to make 5 to 10,000 on each portfolio sold. Is this MLM or network marketing? No, it is not. It is affiliate marketing, affiliate program. If all goes well, how much can you make as an affiliate? Well, if you add these different subcomponents up, and so if you generate the $100 up front, but then, and ignoring the fact if you're an insurance agent, you're probably writing the key person policies, we'll ignore that because that's an indirect revenue stream. But then getting 10% of the back end, just like Spencer did of Ben Weaver's 120,000 capital raise. And then also, if you decide to become a debt buyer, which is no cost to help your clients build their balance sheet income statement, then obviously we're now above $20,000 for each person that you refer into the free landing page that enrolls in step 1 and then progresses through. So is everyone guaranteed to make $20,000 from everyone that starts step 1? Of course not, because there's really 3 triggers we just went through. The first trigger, you know you're going to make $100 for each person that you send to your landing page that enrolls in step 1, the small business certification. So, I mean, that's not a bad earnings. Most people don't earn $100 an hour here. You very well should. And then the next tier of capital pays out based upon the client's capital raise. And then the third tier would be from the collateral support program. But it sometimes is important to paint a picture of what the potential is for prospective affiliates. How many referrals do you need to earn a full-time income? And this is important because a lot of people think like an employee, not like an entrepreneur. So they're like, well, what am I going to make per hour? Well, you should make right at $100 per hour because we've got a great script. You drive people to your landing page, you'll be notified, and then you use the script and you have about a 5-minute phone call with them, and most people will sign up. And again, I sent that script out to all of you that have had have had at least one submission on your landing page. If I failed to send it to you, I apologize and let me know. But you should at least earn $100 an hour on the front end. But people want big money, right? Most people want big money with very little work. So if we paint a picture that you can earn potentially $20,000 or more for each client that goes through the system, depending upon what it's called opportunity cost. How much are you making now? Most people don't make more than $20,000 a month. Some do, but most people don't. So really, it would be about 1. But the key is we're not trying to persuade them to spend money for an opportunity. There's not a buy-in to become an affiliate. They don't have to buy product. They don't have to pay for trainings. So that is not an obstacle. Now we'll provide this to you in editable format because you'll want to change this, because right now we just steer them back to the main page, but you would edit this with your link. And so then they can enroll. All right, so in summary, what we've done is we've gone through this 2-page fact sheet that is designed to objectively, in other words, in a non-sales-like fashion, describe what the small business certification affiliate opportunity is, briefly describes what we're providing to the end user, talks about the fact that there's no cost, and then we go through in a very cursory overview of how the income is generated, and then ultimately how to get started. I suspect, and those of you that are licensed insurance agents, I especially welcome your feedback. I can't imagine that if you went out to 10 insurance agents, that you wouldn't get at least half of them to sign up, because you and I know the key to insurance sales is leads. Where do I get leads? Well, this alleviates the concern of leads, because almost every small business owner wants and needs capital to start and grow. And as we've described, essentially we're paying them to participate, right? We're literally giving them more value in quantifiable terms than what it costs, because with the grant, they're getting a reduction of the $2,500 enrollment fee down to $396, so $2,500 minus $2,104, plus they're getting the $10,000 in business credit, which is guaranteed, it's in writing. And then if they decide to proceed to step 2, now they can get the full $100,000 or more. Okay, so who has questions, comments, concerns regarding this fact sheet? All right, so we have a variety of questions here. Let's see. Brian's asking about the training on the collateral support program. Yeah, so we had a different training on that I can certainly send out to everyone to make sure you have that. All right, and then Lon is asking, yeah, how do you find out about leads? So Lon and everyone else, you have a landing page we call a lead capture page. And so once someone fills out your lead capture page, you are notified. And so when you are notified via email, you'll also, well, when you're notified via email, you'll receive their name, their email, and their phone number. And so you're getting specific information about who's filled out the landing page. And then once someone enrolls, then you're notified of an enrollment via email, and then you can log into your back office and then actually see statistics and commissions earned and so forth. So it's a combination of email notifications, Lon, as well as logging into your back office. All right, so who else has questions? All right, so David's mentioning that this is kind of a clever way to approach it, right? Because you could go out just looking for clients, or you could go out just looking for sub-affiliates, but one brings the other. And so it works out nicely to your economic benefit that regardless if you bring an affiliate on, you're going to get paid the same. If you bring a client on, you get the same, because as David's mentioning, it's two sides to the coin. All right, so who else has questions, comments, concerns? We sent this out yesterday as a part of the reminder for today's training. I think you'll find this to be a very helpful tool to share with those that you're considering bringing on as sub-affiliates. We can provide it to you in an editable Word format, so that way the instructions of how to get started, what's next, is tailored specifically to your link versus the main link. All right, so Brian's asking about the 10,000. So going back up here. So I want to make sure all of you have certainly gotten familiar with the content on your landing page. And what we're providing is an initial $10,000 in business credit under their EIN. The construct of that business credit, which is Brian's question, could be trade line. Well, it'll be a trade line that reports to one or more of the business credit bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Business, Equifax Business. It could be revolving accounts, could be net 30 accounts, could be business credit cards. It'll have to be based upon the client's starting point, where they're at credibility wise. So we'll work with them and provide that. You don't have to do that. but many of the clients will be early on, whereby they just need their initial trade lines to create a Paydex score. So again, using terminology, it may be too much for some, but the bottom line is we'll handle all the fulfillment. What we've learned is that there's been inconsistency when we delegated the mentoring. So through the small business certification, we'll take care of the mentoring and delivering that promise of the $10,000. All right, so who else has questions, comments, concerns on this one-page fact sheet? If you're of the mindset that you need to build a team to build your income, then this is invaluable. If you're not of this mindset, it could be like, it doesn't really matter much. But it's very difficult to optimize one's income off of your own individual work. And there's just no doubt that there's pastors that have congregations. There's chambers that have membership. There's accountants, bookkeepers, CPAs that have clients, small business clients. So one of the smart ways to grow volume is to work with others that either will help do the work and or help open up to their sphere of influence. We have a handful of you that are really good at developing leads, but pretty unwilling to be a closer. And so that's another reason you'd want to have at least one or more sub-affiliates. Maybe you generate the leads and you hand the leads off to someone on your team to close if you're phone adverse. Because again, the system's in place that will automatically follow up with your leads via email and text, but that will never result in the type of close rates that you can accomplish by using the phone closing script that we shared with you. Okay, anyone else have any questions, comments, concerns? So I'm curious, let's wrap it up and talk about if you would respond in the Q&A. It's like a chat function of Zoom. How many enrollments do you expect to have this week off of your landing page for the small business certification? So April, go ahead and respond. Ben, Bernard, Brian, Bruce, Charles, looking for each of, I won't share with everyone else, but just looking for types of the expected enrollments you'll have this week. Charles, Mr. Jackson, Dave, Denise, JR, Jasper, Jerry, Joseph. Joseph, you've got probably the most potential of anyone on here. What do you think your numbers will be this week, Joseph? Lon, Mr. Rich, Pauline, Sanya, Tobin, Veronica, Wayne, and many others. I'm just curious what your expectation is this week, because you've got the landing page, which is a lead capture page. That's your real goal, is to get them to go there. Now, some of you are gaming the system a little bit and just putting in people's names, emails, and phone numbers on that lead capture page. That is only cheating yourself. It's fine. And they'll get the automated reminders, but there's a power of someone requesting information. So if all you're doing is copying and pasting or typing in names, emails, and phones into your landing page, those people are still cold leads. They're still oblivious, right? It's much better to introduce the concept, drive them to your lead capture page, have them put in their name, email, phone. Then you're notified of it. And then if you use the closing script that I sent to each of you, I think you're going to be very pleased with it. And a couple of you are wanting to talk more about that closing script. So that's fine. Tomorrow we'll go into it. Each of you should have it. If you've had at least one submission on your lead capture page, we should have emailed you that closing script. But yes, we'll go through it tomorrow. And I'm not joking. So it was developed primarily by Anthony. Anthony worked with Jordan Belfort, The Wolf of Wall Street. And so regardless if you like that movie or like his lifestyle, we're not celebrating his life. But he had a boiler room full of very effective closers. And in fact, they have a 28-page training guide that Anthony gave us. And we synthesized that down into just like a 3-minute conversation. and it is remarkably effective if you follow it. And it's not a hard close, and it's not something that's difficult, but we'll go through it tomorrow for those of you that want to hear it more. All right. Thanks, everyone. We will see you back tomorrow morning, and let us know if there's anything that we can help you with today. See you soon. Bye-bye.